Hello, once again I welcome you to the video lecture on second section of the first module, that is three-phase transformer. In last video you were studied the three-phase transformer winding connections. Different configurations can be used. So those are star to star configuration, delta to delta configuration, star to delta configuration, delta to star configuration. You deduce some relationship between line voltage and phase voltage, line current and phase current. There you considered some terms and also some assumptions you made. So what are those assumptions? The primary line voltage, you assumed that V suffix L volts. The primary line current you assumed as I suffix L amperes. You consider the phase transformation ratio, that is K is equals to V2 divided by V1, that is equals to N2 divided by N1, where V2 and V1 are phase voltages. And you considered the loads are balanced and loads are purely resistive, that is having unity power factor, and there are no losses. That means transformers are ideal in behavior. So these assumptions are made for deducing the relationship between voltage and current. Finally, just tabulate these relationship, whatever the expressions you got in different configurations. So both primary side as well as the secondary side. So here I consider the type of connection, that is star to star, delta to delta, star to delta, and delta to star. So this is the primary side. That means if I consider star to star, the primary it is connected as a star connection, and this is the secondary side. So here secondary it is connected in a the star connection. And here the different parameters here I used to consider. So that is the line voltage, phase current. Similarly the phase voltage, phase current, line voltage, line current. So here I consider for primary side, if it is star to star connection is there, the line voltage it is assumed that V suffix L, then respective phase voltage will be VL divided by root 3, and the phase current is IL, because in case of star to star fashion, so the line current is equals to what, phase current, and in case of secondary side the phase voltage will be what, so this is K VL divided by root 3, phase current will be what, IL divided by K, line voltage is what, K times VL, line current will be what, IL divided by K. So in star fashion, so these two currents are again same, that is line current is equals to what, phase current. If you consider the delta to delta configuration, again the line voltage is assumed as a V suffix L, the phase voltage is what, same here, that is VL, then phase current will be what, IL divided by root 3, then what about the phase voltage? Phase voltage will be K times VL, then phase current IL divided by root 3 times of what, K, then line voltage, here the line voltage and phase voltage will be same, delta configuration, that is K into BL. Here I supposed to write line voltage as what, K into BL, then line current IL divided by root 3. Then if you consider the star to delta configuration, again the line voltage is assumed VL, the respective phase voltage is what, VL divided by root 3, then phase current is IL. So this is same as that of what here, that is a star connection. Now secondary side, the phase voltage will be again KVL divided by root 3, phase current is IL divided by K, line voltage is KVL divided by root 3, then line current is IL divided by what? Root 3. Now in case of delta to star configuration, again line voltage is assumed as a VL, phase voltage is what it is, again VL, phase current is IL divided by root 3. Then phase voltage is K into VL, phase current is IL divided by root 3 into K, line voltage is root 3 K into VL, then line current is IL divided by root 3 times of what? K. So this is what the primary and secondary side voltages and current, both line voltage, phase voltage, line current and phase current in different configurations. And choices of transformer connections. So here we consider the different transformer configurations. So each and every transformer configurations can be selected for the what? Different applications. So if I suppose to consider the star to star configuration, this can be chosen for small high voltage transformer. So this is what rarely used. And second configuration is that delta to delta. So this can be chosen for large low voltage transformers. So here large load unbalance can be tolerated. So because delta fashion is there, the third harmonic can be suppressed here. So unbalancing will be avoided here. So since large load unbalance can be what here tolerated, it can be controlled for this connection. So next, star to delta configuration for power systems as a step up transformer. So this can be used in case of what? Step up transformer. Then delta to star configuration for power systems as a step down transformer. You know, both has a what? Phase shift of what? 30 degree. So this can be avoided by shifting the what? The neutral point. So these are the different types of configurations, and those can be selected for what? Different applications. Next, we'll go for the one more configuration, that is star zigzag star connection. So in this configuration, the primary side is what? It is connected in what? The star fashion. The secondary side, it is connected in what? The zigzag star. You all familiar with the star configuration, that is star connection. But what about the zigzag star configuration? So here the primary is star, secondary is what? Zigzag star. In case of zigzag star, again there are two connections will be considered. That is two set of terminals. So one set of terminal is what? It is star connected. Another set of terminal is what? The subtractive polarity connection. So this zigzag transformer contains 6 coils on 3 cores. See, so this is what the secondary side of a transformer, this is the primary side of a transformer. As the name itself indicates, the primary side, it is connected in what? Star fashion. So see, so it consists of 3 winding. So these are connected in what? The star fashion. See here. So this is what? Grounded, and it is considered as a what? Neutral point, and remaining 3 terminals as what? A1, B1 and C1. And see, zigzag star connection, it consists of what? 6 coils. See, here 3 coils are there, here 3 coils are there, and one set of 3 coil it is connected in a what? The star configuration. So another set of 3 it is connected in what? The subtractive polarity of this star type connection. See, let us consider. So this is what starred. See, these 3 windings are what? Starred here. So this is what? Grounded, and it is considered as what? Neutral point, and remaining A2, B2, C2. So these terminals are connected with the what? The one more set of winding. So see, subtractive polarity in the sense of what? So here A2 it is connected to the what? The next polarity is what? B4, because these two polarities are what? Same. So since you can consider the subtractive polarity of this one B4, and B2 it is connected to the what? C4, and C2 it is connected to the what? It is A4. Here windings are termed as A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2. So these A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2, initially it is connected in what? First set is what? The star. So these star configuration can be connected with the what? A3, A4, B3, B4, C3, C4 what? Set. So that too in what? The subtractive polarity. And the phasor diagram is to be drawn. So this is a what? Primary side phasor diagram, and this is a secondary side phasor diagram. So you all familiar with the primary side phasor diagram, because this is what? Star fashion. In case of star fashion, the phasor diagram how it can be drawn. So all the three windings are what? Placed 120-degree phase shift. So here, so this is what? A1, A2, so B1, B2, C1, C2. So all are placed in what? 120-degree phase shift, and voltage across the what? A1, A2 it is called as what? V A1, A2, and voltage across B1, B2 it is called as V suffix B1, B2, and voltage across C1, C2 it is called as V suffix C1, C2. And the phasor diagram at secondary side, so it can be drawn here. So first I will draw the phasor of this star connected combination. So this star connected combination again I used to draw as a what? A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2 phasor as a what? 120-degree phase shift, because this is a what? Star connected. So here I just draw, this is a what? A1, A2, B1, B2 and C1, C2. So these are what? The 120 phase shift. Just you go through with the what? This black line. So black line of what? A1, A2. So this phasor as what? So this winding. So B1, B2. So phasor is what? So this black line, and C1, C2. This phasor as what? This black line. Now here this combination phasor I supposed to draw. See, first I supposed to draw the phasor of A3, A4. How I can draw A3, A4 phasor? See, A4 where it is connected? A4 it is connected to the what? C2 point. So this phasor can be drawn with respect to what? The C2 point. That means C2 point is to be considered as a reference. So with respect to C2, I supposed to draw what? So this phasor, that is A3, A4, because A4 point it is connected where? It is a C2. See, C2 point is here. So A3, A4 phasor can be drawn here. Why I drawn A3, A4 phasor like this? Because you know A3, A4 phasor, so these three windings phasor are in phase with the what? So primary winding, that star connected winding. So that means A3, A4 it is in phase with what? A1, A2. B3, B4 it is in phase with the what? B1, B2. C3, C4 it is in phase with the what? C1, C2. If these two are in phase, that means what? So this A3, A4 phasor where I can draw, it starts from the what? The C2 point. Why it starts from C2 point? Because A4 it is connected to the what? C2 point. So since it starts from the what? The C2 point. So see, so just I supposed to draw. So this is A1, A2 phasor. So this parallel line I supposed to draw from here. So I just draw this parallel line as what? A3, A4 phasor here. Similarly, B3, B4 phasor I supposed to draw. So B3, B4 phasor it is in phase with what? B1, B2. So where is the B1, B2? B1, B2 phasor is here. So that too from where it started. Before it is connected to the what? Which point? A2. Where is the A2 point? A2 point is here. See, from here I supposed to draw what? The parallel line, that is B1, B2 parallel line here. So this parallel line will be what? Drawn here. So this is what? The B3, B4 phasor. Now similarly, C3, C4 phasor. So this is in phase with the what? C1, C2. And C4 it is connected to the what? B2. From B2 point I supposed to draw. Where is the B2 point? B2 point is here. So from here I supposed to draw. So this parallel what? This is C3 C4. Just I drawn here. So this third line. So this is here. This is a parallel line. Now the resultant between these two. So that gives the what? The voltage, net voltage drop of the respective phase. Now here I suppose to draw here. So this is the what? Phasor of what? This is a star connected. That is A1 A2, and this is a phasor of what? So this is the A3 A4 phasor, and where the resultant comes, so the resultant will be where? So we supposed to draw the resultant will be where you can draw the resultant. So from origin to here, so this is what? Resultant. Similarly from origin to, you just draw one line, it meet at a point here, and similarly just draw from origin to, so meet at a point here. So this becomes what? The resultant of that particular respective what? Phasors. So this is represented as VA, V small a what? 3n. So this is represented as what? V small b 3n. So this is represented as what? V C 3n. That means what? The A phase what? The phase voltage, that is B phase voltage and C phase voltage. So this means, so now, so here some the construction feature of what? The zigzag star connection is given here. That means it contains 6 coils on 3 cores. So these are the what? 6 coils, here 3 and here 3. So these 3 initially it is connected in a what? Star fashion, and this star fashion can be connected with the what? These 3. So that to what? Subtractive polarity. So this combination it is called as what? The zigzag star connection. So here it is given the first coil on each core is connected to the second coil on the next core. See, first coil on the each core it is connected to the next coil on the second core. So similarly B2, this can be connected to next coil on the what? Next core. Here the outer coil A3 A4 is connected to the inner coil C2N. See, outer coil A3 A4. Where is the outer coil? This is A3 A4 is the outer coil. It is connected to the what? Inner coil C2N. Where is the inner coil? Inner coil is what? It is C2, C2 and N, or you can say that C2 C1. So because C1, B1, A1 are shorted and it is connected to N, since it is treated as what? C2N coil. And the outer coil B3 B4, outer coil B3 B4, it is connected to the what? The inner coil A2N. Where is the inner coil A2N? So this is connected to the A2N. So this is termed as what? Neutral. And similarly C3 C4 it is connected to the B2N. This is the C3 C4, it is connected to the what? B2N, like that. I hope you understood the zigzag star connection, how the connection can be done and how the phasor diagram can be drawn. Now we'll make the voltage relationship here, line as well as the phase voltage. Again I suppose to consider the what? Phasor diagram. So this is the what? Primary phasor diagram, and this is the what? Secondary phasor diagram. Now first I suppose to write the star connection. So you know primary it is in what? Star fashion. So just I draw here the phase voltage. You know, in case of the star connection, how I suppose to draw the phase voltage? That is VLP divided by root 3. P means that the primary line voltage. Here also the primary phase voltage. So this is what? Star connection. This is what in general expression you know. And here VA3, VA4 and VC2C1. See, VA3A4. So this is what? VA3A4 and VC2C1. These are the what? The voltages. So what is the magnitude of these voltages? These are the line voltages. These are the what? Line voltage. What is the magnitude of these voltage? See here, in terms of, I suppose this is what? A secondary. So this is what? A secondary. So here I just supposed to write in terms of the transformation ratio. Again, in terms of the transformation ratio, if I suppose to write that is V2 divided by V1, that is equals to what? K. So here how I supposed to represent here that, so VA3A4 magnitude, that is equals to VC2C1 magnitude, that is equals to K times V5P divided by 2. Why I represented this is V5P divided by 2? Because these two are also phase voltage, and this is also phase voltage of the primary, phase voltage of the secondary, this one. And here there are two phases. So this is one phase and this is one more phase. See, so every phase voltage will be what? It is half of the what? The net phase voltage. What is the net phase voltage here? So the primary side phase voltage will be what? It is the net phase voltage, that is V5P. So that means VA3A4 magnitude and VC2C1 magnitude will be, that is primary side the phase voltage, half of the primary side phase voltage. So since this transformation ratio I supposed to represent, that is VA3A4, that is equals to VC2C1 is equals to K into V5P divided by 2. Now just I substitute the value of V5P, star connection of what? The primary side. So that is VLP divided by root 3, substitute here and call it as what? Equation number 1. Now from phasor diagram, so this is the phasor diagram I drawn. So from the phasor diagram, just I consider the what? The net phase voltage of the A phase, that is VA3N, that is equals to what? Sum of these two phasor, that is VA4, A3 and plus VA1, C1, C2. So here I have written, that is VA3N is equals to VC2C1 plus VA3A4. Now square both the side. So here also you can square, here also you can square. That is VA3N square, that is equals to under bracket VC2C1 plus VA3A4 it whole square. That means this is termed as a what? A plus B whole square. You know what is A plus B whole square? A square plus B square plus 2AB. Here the same formula is given. So here the squaring is removed here. That is square root of what? VC2C1 square plus VA3A4 square plus 2 VA1C2 VA3A4. And these are having the some angle, and these are having the some angle. What is the angle here? That is A3A4 phasor and C1C2 phasor, it makes the angle of what? How much angle? 60 degree. So since cos of the 60 is to be considered here. Now substitute the value of what? That is VC2C1 and VA3A4. So here you have written already VA3A4, VC2C1 magnitude is what? That is K VLP divided by root 3 and it's divided by what? 2. Substitute here equation number 1. See VA3A4 VC2C1 place you can substitute K into VLP by root 3 whole divided by 2 and substitute here, and also you can substitute the cos 60 value. Cos 60 value is what? 1 divided by 2, and this 2 get cancelled, and this becomes K VLP by root 3 divided by 2 its whole square plus K VLP divided by root 3 divided by 2 its whole square plus, and this also what? K VLP root 3 divided by 2 its whole square, and these becomes what? 3 times, that is 3 times K VLP by root 3 divided by 2 its whole square. Then removing the square root, if you remove the square root, this becomes root 3. So this becomes VLP divided by root 3 into 2 into K, and root 3 get cancelled. Finally we will get V5, that S is equals to K VLP divided by what? 2. So this is what? The relation between the secondary phase voltage with the what? The primary line voltage. And you know the secondary line voltage. So in general you can represent secondary line voltage VLS is equals to root 3 times of what? The V phi S. Now root 3 times of what? V phi S, is substitute the value of V phi S, that is K VLP divided by 2, and this is what? Line voltage between what? The secondary and primary side, And line transformation ratio, how you can represent line transformation ratio? That is VLS divided by VLP. You know the value of VLS, substitute here root 3 K VLP divided by 2 divided by VLP. VLP get cancelled. Then finally the line transformation ratio is VLS divided by VLP is equals to root 3 divided by 2 times of what? K. So this is the what relationship between the secondary line voltage with the what primary line voltage and the line transformation ratio, that is secondary to the what primary. So it can be shown here. You just go through with the what the phasor diagram. From the phasor diagram, you're supposed to write the what the expressions. Then you will get the what these relations, these two relations. Now we'll go for the some advantages of such type of connection, that is star zigzag star connection. So first advantage is that what less costly for grounding purpose. So this type of connection, so obviously here easily you can get the what neutral point at both the side, so that can be what you just ground. And so such type of transformer can be used for the what the auxiliary grounding transformer. So since this is what less costly for grounding purpose, this is one advantage. And it trap triple harmonic currents. So this is third, ninth, 15th harmonic. So these are the what triple harmonic currents. This can be trapped by the what such type of connection, and it is more effective for grounding purpose because it has less internal winding impedance going to the ground than when using a star type transformer. Now it is more effective for the what grounding purpose. So such type of transformer, it is mostly used for the what the grounding purpose only. It provides the stable, neutral and perfect isolation between ground and the component. So there it provides the what the stable neutral or stable operation, and there is no isolation. If there be, if it may have the isolation, and there may be what the perfect isolation between what ground and the what the component. And it has some applications where such type of transformer can be used. It provides the required earth reference point, obviously, because star connection will be there, that is zigzag star connection. As an earthing or grounding transformer, used as an earthing, used as a grounding transformer, to supply three-phase power as an auto transformer, and it is also used for the what supplying the what three-phase power just like an what auto transformer, and to eliminate the DC magnetizing component existing due to improper firing angle in power electronics converter. That means it suppresses the what third harmonic, triple harmonic can be suppressed here. So that means you can get the what pure sinusoidal wave. That means so that is to improve the what the firing angle in power electronics converters. It is very useful for the what power electronics devices. So these are some applications just quote. Now apart from this, there is one more type of connection, that is open delta or V2V connection. So an open delta connection of a transformer, it uses two single phase transformers to provide a three-phase supply to the load. So this type of connection, it is also called as what V2V connection or V2V system. So here if one of the transformer is unable to operate, in case of three-phase transformer, one of the transformer is unable to operate, then the supply to the load can be continued with the remaining two transformer at the cost of what reduced efficiency. So open delta connection means what? So any one of the transformer can be removed from the what connection. So the transformer, it operates on what the entire system, it operates on what two transformer. So that connection, it is called as what open delta. So the open delta connection configuration shown here. So that means open delta connection system are usually only used in emergency condition, as their efficiency is low when compared to delta delta system. So this is what connection configuration. So see, only two transformers are shown here, one transformer is removed here. So see, so this is our transformer and this is one more transformer, this is connected to here, and this is the primary side and this is what secondary side. If you are supposed to consider the phasor diagram, so this is the phasor diagram. Here it consists of only two transformer. So this is the one transformer and this is the one more transformer. So this transformer's phasor diagram will be what? This is what B to C. This transformer phasor, it is what B to C, and this transformer phasor is what it is A to B, and A to C will be what it is removed off. And the load that can be carried by V to B bank is only 57.7% of it. That means whatever the load which is carried by the water delta to delta transformer is 100%. So if any one of the transformer will be removed from the delta to delta configuration, so it becomes what? V to V bank or open delta. So open delta, so it carried, so the load of what? Only 57.7% of the delta to delta transformer. Open delta connection are done when one winding of transformer get faulty so as to continue the operation of transformer but at a reduced load. So this is the what open delta configuration is shown here. This is the primary winding and this is what secondary winding. So one winding is removed at both sides, that means what? One transformer is removed here, see. And what about the power drawn? So this we need to what show here. How we can say that the B to B connection or open delta connection carries 57% of 7% of the what? Load of what? Entire load combination, which carried by the what? Delta to delta combination. So that we'll discuss here. Power delivered by open delta connected transformer. So this is what? Delta connection, see. So this is what? Open delta connection. That means so this can be what? Removed off here. This connection is what? Removed off here. Now here I supposed to write the what? The line current. How I write the line current here? IL is equals to root 3 times of what? I phase. Now here how I supposed to write here, that is IL is equals to root 3 times of what? I phase here also. Now just we'll go for what? The power delivered by open delta connection is comparison to 3 winding transformer is about 57% 7% of what? Power delivered by the what? 3 winding transformer. Suppose if the delta to delta combination it delivers entire 100% of the power, but open delta it delivers only 57% of what? Power out of 100%. It cannot deliver out 100% power. So that we'll see how it will taken place. So see, so this is the what? Delta connection, this is what? Open delta connection. So from this figure, just in case of delta connection, I supposed to write the line current, that is IL is equals to root 3 times of what? The I phase. And in open delta connection, same thing here. Open delta connection I supposed to consider. So here I write the what? Line current. See here the line current will be what? Root 3 times of phase current. Here the line current will be what? The phase current, because this is the open delta, because line current is equals to what? Phase current, you can observe here. Then what about the power delivered by both the transformers? First I can just consider the power delivered by the transformer in volt ampere. For delta combination, power delivered here I supposed to write that is 3 times VL into I phase. Now in case of open delta combination, what is the power delivered here? Here power delivered I supposed to write that is root 3 into VL I phase. Now just I take these two ratios, the power delivered by open delta connected transformer and the power delivered by delta connected transformer, these two ratio I supposed to take. That is power delivered by open delta connected transformer divided by power delivered by delta connected transformer, that is equals to root 3 times VL into I phase divided by 3 times VL into I phase. See, this is what 3 times VL into I phase. So this can also you can write 3 times VL into I phase. So here in place of what you can represent the I phase, you can represent in terms of what the line. So since you can represent what that is root 3 VL into I phase divided by 3 VL into I phase. So see here, just this can be written in terms of what root 3 into root 3, 1 root 3, 1 root 3 will get cancelled, VL can get cancelled, I phase get cancelled, that is 1 divided by root 3, the value of 1 divided by root 3 will be what 0.577, so that means what 57.7% of power delivered by the what delta connected power transformer. Now this is what if you supposed to consider open delta or V2V combination, whatever be the power delivered by open delta connection is, that can be compared with the 3-phase transformer, but this power delivered will be what it is reduced. What might be the power delivered by the open delta or V2V combination? So that will be what 57%, 7% of the what power delivered by the what 3-phase transformer. How we can shown here? So just consider what both the combination delta connection and open delta. You just write both transformer power delivered. So this transformer power delivered you supposed to write. So this is what 3 times VL into I phase, and this transformer, that is open delta transformer power delivered, is supposed to write, that is root 3 times of VL into I phase. So here what happens? So just to take these two ratios, if you take these two ratios, what happens? Root 3 into VL into I phase divided by 3 times VL into I phase. So VL get cancelled, I phase get cancelled, and this is written as root 3 into root 3, 1 root 3 get cancelled, then this becomes 57.7%. That means power output of open delta connection is 57.7% of power delivered by delta connected power transformer, or only 86.6% of the rated capacity of the two remaining transformer is available. Even you can say that the power delivered by the V2V connection or open delta connection is what 57.7% of power delivered by the what the 3-phase transformer, that is 57.7%. Or you can say that this is equals to, this statement is equals to what only 86.6% of the rated capacity of the two remaining transformers is available, and this factor, that is 86.6%, is called as what 0.866, is sometimes it is called as what utility factor. So these two data are same. Either you can say that delta to delta, that is open delta connection, it delivers only 57.7% power, or it delivers 86.6% of rated capacity of the only two remaining transformers, and this value, it is represented as what utility factor. And if 3 transformers in delta delta bank are delivering their rated load and one of the transformer is removed, obviously there will be a what overload on each of the two remaining transformer. So what about that overloading? So overloading will be what? It is 73.2%. How you can calculate this overloading? Just to take this ratio, that is total load in V2V and volt ampere per transformer. So total load in V2V, you know that root 3 into VL into IS, and volt ampere per transformer. So this is what VL into IS. Just cancel out these two, then this becomes root 3, that is 1.732. So obviously this is more than 100%, then you can just consider that is 0.732. So then this becomes what 73.2%. So this is what overloading. If your transformer, that is open delta transformer, is overloaded, so then what about the remaining two transformers are overloaded? What ratio is it overloaded? So that is 73.2%. These are what overloaded. How these are calculated? By this ratio, that is total load in V2V. What about the total load? How you can calculate the total load? That is V2V connection, that is root 3 VL into IS. Then volt ampere per transformer. Per transformer volt ampere, how you supposed to calculate? This is the product of again that is V into I, that is line voltage and the supply current. So this is what these two are get cancelled, then it becomes what, root 3, and this value is 1.732. So obviously this is more than 100%. Here I supposed to take the what, 0.73 is to be considered, assumed, then 73.2% will be what, overloaded on the what, remaining two transformers. Now just I write the advantages and disadvantages of such type of connection, that is open delta connection. Advantages, if you suppose to consider, when delta to delta connected transformer, one winding get burnt, then open delta connection will restore supply but with reduced voltage. So this is obviously, you know that if any one winding or any one transformer is removed out and remaining two transformers are what, those will restore supply but with the reduced capacity. So this point you discussed what, earlier. If three-phase supply is small, V to V connection is economical. So obviously, so one one transformer is removed out. So whatever be the supply you supposed to give to that V to V connection, so this supply will be what it is, very smaller and it is economical. Its capacity can be increased by adding one transformer. Obviously, if one transformer is removed out, its capacity will be what, it is decreased. So you can operate so those transformer in open delta transformer in what, then reduced capacity, and even that capacity can also you can increase by adding what, one more transformer. The connection act as what, automatic standby. Automatic standby means what? So at particular operating condition, so it can operate. So this is called as what, automatic standby. If you supposed to operate, so this for what, some specific operating condition, operating voltage, so you can make this transformer to operate for that specific operating condition automatically. And what about the disadvantages? The system power factor for open delta connection will be 0.866. That means reduced power factor you can observe here. So if your power factor it is near to unity, so if any one transformer is removed out, its capacity will be decreased. The entire system capacity, if it is decreased, obviously its power factor will be what, decreased. That means this can operate in what, reduced power factor of that value will be what, 0.866. And some limitations you can observe here by operating such type of the configuration. So what are those limitations? First limitation is what, the power factor is 86.6% of the balanced load power factor. Obviously power factor will be decreased here. So this power factor will be fixed, that is 86.6% of the what, balanced load power factor. The two transformers in VV bank operate at different power factor except for balanced unity power factor. And whatever be the two transformers you can find in VV bank, that is open delta configuration. So both the transformers can operate in at different power factor except unity. So both will not operate at unity power factor, both will be operated at what, less than unity power factor. So as comparatively what, the delta to delta combination. The terminal voltage available on the secondary side become unbalanced. So in such type of connection, that is open delta connection, so obviously by removing the any one winding or any one transformer, so it drops into what, the unbalanced condition. So the terminal voltage which is available at secondary, so that voltage will be what, it is unbalanced. So these are the some limitations you can observe here. So this is about the open delta connection or VV connection of three-phase transformer winding connection. So in next video we will come up with some more concepts of three-phase transformer topic. So till then, thank you.